Hi, Richard.
Hello. Nice to see you.
First of all, we know this is an extensive, lengthy injury list, but is there any new team news? Anyone coming back for this one that wasn't available before?
So far, no. I think the same situation that last week, and I think you all know now that we add in the list of injured players Levi and Colwill and Chilwell, and from Saturday Gallagher is not training because he's got a virus, and yes, that is the news from the medical, if that is the question.
Yes, yeah. But just quickly on Gallagher, he's got a virus. Is he a doubt for the game?
Well, I think still is not here. In the last 3 days that we were training, he is still not here. See if Saturday or tomorrow he can be with the possibility to train. But I think the problem always with this type of situation that is, you lose weight and the energy always is down, and you need time, to recover and see if can be possible to be available and in which level available in which is in the situation that can maybe play a few minutes. That is that way we need to assess him in the next few days.
After the last game, there was a lot of attention paid to the reaction of the fans, some booing, some calling for other managers and so on. How you responded to that and the team responded to the reaction of the fans after the Brentford?
It's nothing to complain, nothing to say, and we completely understand the situation and of course the frustration, and we need to accept the criticize, and we need to accept in the way that they behave. That is the most important thing, is to accept. We need to try to improve in the way that we play and we get result, and try to change this feeling. Of course, we need our fans, and hope Monday the fans will be great and be behind us and helping the team during 90 minutes to win the game. That is so important for our player. But in your question, I think we need to accept. We need to accept that it's football. They are frustrated, and maybe if I was a fan, I was on the stand, I behave the same than them, because it's Chelsea, because we are not matching the expectation, and that is why they react in this way. We need to accept, and yes, we need to be responsible of our performance, and yes, we need to work really hard to try to improve and win games. Is why they behave in this way, and that is what we need, to create better relationship with our fans.
You've got Newcastle next. They beat you early in the season. They've been very inconsistent themselves. What do you put Newcastle's inconsistency down to? Are they just struggling to find the right blend? Is it injury problems?
Yes, that is one point. Is why a team like them is difficult to keep being consistent when you suffer too many injuries and you are so short in your squad, and to deal with this circumstance. Yes, that is one of the why a team, not only them, if not different teams, can be affected on the performance and being consistent during the season.
What do you expect from them in terms of, we've seen what they can do, they got goals against you last time, we've also seen them concede quite a few goals as well, and it's quite difficult to assess exactly what to expect from Newcastle from game to game.
No, the most important for us is to work in us, and to be, I am, concerned in our performance and in the way that we are going to deal with now, maybe 2 or 3 starting 11 players, the last game, that we need to find different solution again to deal with this issue, and to see if Marco Curella arrive in good condition, if, or if we are going to change again the way to play, the combination. We are, focused in the last 3 days, trying to work and to provide the team the best balance with all the possibility to be consistent and to perform in the way that we want to perform. That is the most important. Of course, we know very well Newcastle and we can assess Newcastle, but now I think the most important is in the way that we are going to, find, the balance on the team to be consistent and to perform in the way that we want to perform.
And you mentioned before that Gallagher is out as well. I think you've got a couple of youngsters who've been training with the first team squad this week. Sorry, George, Kano, Dyer as well. Is there a chance that they could be involved?
Yesterday were nine young kids from the academy, and that is nearly from the beginning of the season that we know really well all the academy players, because they were every week training in between 5 and 8 and 9 players. Yes, maybe they will have the possibility to be involved. Yes, for sure. We have an amazing talent on the academy. I think we need to use in this type of circumstance, and it's going to be great for the future of the club, because to provide them the possibility to train with the first team and be involved, and sometimes be involved in some games, I think is to build their future and build their confidence in one day to arrive and to be part of the first team.
Thank you. We'll go to Moose.
Hi, how are you?
Good.
You mentioned you've got 9 players from the academy training with your first team squad. Is that part of the problem at Chelsea this season? The squad is too young, without enough experienced players.
Maybe yes. People that want to believe in this, okay, and people that maybe not believe in that and this idea, okay. All is the opinion are all good. All are good. And look, I was explaining from the beginning of the season what is going on here, and try to be always transparent and be analytic. But arrived to the moment that look, I'm not going to try, to convince people that people that maybe believe that we try to justify, the result. But look, football, if you want to be consistent and you want to fight for big things, you need to be consistent. How? With the full squad, keeping the ideas, improving in training, because with the capacity to train every single day. And when that is not there, look, we can deal and we can manage circumstance, but on the end, only we manage circumstance, because we don't never have the capacity, to have the full squad with the capacity to fight for the place, to compete in between each other. Always is about, like now, Chile was playing the last few games, but now arrived Cucurella, but Chile is out, or Levi with now Trevor after 7 months, again, or 8 months is available, but he cannot fight with Levi, because Levi maybe is few weeks or many weeks away from, from the competition. Always is something is very, very, frustrated and disappointed, because the situation never, allowed to us to work with the full squad and say, come on, now compete for the place, and that is going to be a point to improve. But yes, we need to accept the circumstance. Very bad luck from, I think, it's not only this season, the season before. We saw the circumstance when the club, signed Fofana or Badiashile or different players that on the end they cannot be consistent, in training and playing. Yes, we are suffering this type of, negativity, in terms of injury, but we need to accept that. We cannot stop. Believe and stop. We cannot give up. We need to keep working and believing and translate the confidence to the players that need to perform on Monday.
So you just said that you can't stop believing. So you haven't stopped believing even up to now in the project, in what you signed up for in the summer.
For me, it's about to believe. It's about to believe. I really believe that we can succeed. And with all the circumstances, we analyze all the circumstances. We is with all these problems, if we are in a situation that we got a final, the first trophy, we were there fighting for the first trophy, and we fully deserve after 90 minutes, to win the game. Beating teams like Brighton, Newcastle, or and arrive again Liverpool. Being in a position that still, I think we can believe that we start to win games. I think we can be close to the position that maybe can be access, to Europe. And I think football is all about belief, because the circumstance can change and the thing can change. Only we need to be there to take the possibility is there. But if you start to believe and give up, for sure you are going to go down. With all the circumstances, I think we manage the circumstance, we accept the circumstance, and we keep pushing, for sure.
Last one, I know you a while. In terms of supporters, at Southampton, they all loved you. You won them over when you came in, they loved you. Same at Spurs. How are you going to turn the Chelsea fan base, who last week were critical of you, how are you going to turn them around to show them the real you and the you that they should believe in?
No, I cannot do nothing. Only in the way that they can believe in us is to winning games. And because of the circumstance I was explaining, maybe we are not consistent enough. Of course, in the last, after Wolverhampton, we play Aston Villa, City, Palace, Liverpool game, and Brentford, and we didn't lose in 90 minutes. It's 5 games, no? 5. But look, because of the expectation, that is the problem. When the expectation no match the reality, and you believe, that you have a car for win the race, and if you are not winning, of course, that is the problem in the relationship with the fans. That is the problem with the feelings. The bad feelings arrive. In my side, I am the same that when I arrive here. I really believe in the club. I really believe in the fans. I really believe in the player. I really believe in the project. Only that the circumstance delayed, all these things, because you can manage things, but when you suffer too many negative things, like were injured, or like now 3 players, and you lose after Saturday, that always is okay. It's not about the quality of the coaching staff. It's not about the quality or the capacity, to play more offensive or defensive, or you choose one or another. It's about this type of circumstance is affected, and then with the expectation that Chelsea to winning titles. That is the answer. People want to understand. Perfect. If they don't want to understand, what we can do and explain every 2-3 days, that here for me always is tough. I prefer to talk about football. Why you play with 5 on the back, or back 4, or 2 midfielder, or 3 offensive player, or 2 striker, or that is what is my passion to talk. But I need to come here and always explain the circumstance, and it's like always is to put justify why we are not winning, or we are not in the position that people expect because of Chelsea. But it's true that now the circumstances are different, and the project is different. And look, for me also, it's a thing that I, for sure, to be in another position and to be, in a position to talk about football, I prefer 100%,
Next time we'll talk football.
Please.
We go to Alex.
Now, but the problem, that is football too. Now become football also, and because people, and of course you want to know how we deal with all the circumstances, and always the circumstances always are before that the all tactical answer or football situation that affect to the game, but that affect also the game, because that is important also to translate the idea, because only we can see the end of the things, because the game or the result, and then we start always from the last thing, that is the result, and we start to analyze, but our responsibility is to analyze from the beginning, why arrive, and we arrive in this situation. And sometimes it's so difficult to explain why, It's the easy thing is to go, the result, you are not good, That is the normal, things in how we analyze the temptation, but we are all thinking in this way.
Alex?
Hi, Mauricio.
Hello.
With so many injuries, is this the unluckiest you've felt in your career?
Yeah, because when we remember things in the past in different clubs, I think so. Because when we arrived here to Chelsea, we already, when we analyzed the situation, that was one of the weakest, point in the last season on Chelsea. Too many injuries. Yes, so bad luck,
And like you said, you've mentioned before, it's affecting what you're able to do. So unfairly judged because of the things you said because of that bad luck?
Sometimes, you know, bad luck or good luck. I don't like to talk in this way because it looks like, okay, only is if you work or not work well, you know, you need to have good or bad luck. But I think it's too many things that happen, you know, and why we have today the problems on the squad is about more deep, you know, analysis. It's not only bad luck. I think it's good to clarify because it's not only luck or bad luck. When you win, okay, it's luck. No, it's shock. But also, it's something that we need to think in to improve or to restructure or to, you know, to pay attention. But in all the areas, you know, it's not to blame some area. That is a responsibility of the whole club, of course.
And on Ben Chilwell, on the update we've been given, it says he's undergoing a specialist medical assessment. Are you able to tell us about the injury? Is it a big injury?
We need to wait. We need to wait until see the specialist. I cannot, you know, go in advance. Hope that it's not a big issue, but you know, in this moment, after 8-9 months here on the club, I prefer to be cautious and wait. You're welcome.
And we'll end the broadcast section with Simon.
Mauricio, I know you want to talk about football.
No, but it's football. I clarified that today, all that we were talking now is football also.
But what affects Chelsea, obviously, is their financial situation, and they've reported big loss today, or certainly the company has reported a big loss. Have you been assured by the powers that be that Chelsea will comply with PSR rules?
Look, I am transparent. Charlie was talking and aware me about the today the club announced, but I didn't see. It's only 1 minute that you told me about this. But at the moment, I still not talk with the owners and not talk with the sporting director. I cannot give my opinion. I don't know nothing because we were busy. We were training during the whole morning, and for sure today or maybe tomorrow I will have better, you know, information and I can explain in the next press conference what is my opinion on how I see the things.
I presume, though, before sort of getting these results and finding out more about them, that until now you've been not alarmed. There's been no cause for alarm for you behind the scenes. Like you've sensed no alarm with the powers that be. I'm trying to ask another way around it. Basically.
I don't understand.
Just say no. Just say no.
No. I trust in you, Charlie.
So you're elected. So with do you feel like the club can still spend again in the summer?
No, básicamente dice que no se te ve muy alarmado. ¿Crees que aún el club puede seguir gastando?
I don't know because I need also to be informed, you know, because until today we didn't talk about, you know, that, and that the club today announced the financial, you know, things. I think for sure. I think this is not this afternoon or tomorrow or after tomorrow we will talk and I will be informed for sure. But I don't know what is going to happen.
And on Chilwell, is it his knee, hamstring?
Yes.
It's his knee. And was that in training or?
No, after the game. That was like Colwill. You know, it's like, and again, thing happened very weird, like it was in Kunku, you know, and then we finished with 2 players that today they cannot training, you know, against Brentford.
Okay.
What's Levi's problem? Sorry.
Levi problem in his toes.
His toe.
Toes.